Because I stand ready to fight. I'm not willing to lie down, not willing to give up.
Hello, once again, JT White coming back at you for Life in Color Talking Tattoos. Once again, with the main man JJ King from the bands Breaking Solace and Skinbound.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Now, for those who don't know, what are those two bands?
Skinbound, been around for about 10 years or so. They play kind of, I like to explain it like this. If you combine like Static X and Manson, and then you combine like Double Driver and Lamb of God, and then those two babies had a baby, that'd be Skinbound.
Those are four very interesting acts to put together.
and then if like Machine Head was just kind of slipped in a little somewhere.
A little bit of Machine Head. Okay, very nice.
And then Breaking Solace, if you're familiar with Trust Company, the very Trust Company meets Breaking Benjamin with a little like Chevelle Disturbed in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very 90s feel.
Yeah, with a little metalcore edge in there.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So you played drums in both of those. Obviously, we have a giant drum kit sitting behind us. So, what do you? Now I don't know if I should ask this or not, but I'm going to anyways. Which band do you like a little bit better? Which music do you sort of groove with?
That's a tricky question. So, like, on one hand, I love playing in Skinbound because it's a little more challenging. It's a little faster, heavier, angrier. But actually, I have funny story time. So, since I was like 14, I wanted to do like hard rock music. I've loved hard rock music. I was playing it. I was listening to it. It's always my favorite. People are gonna hate me for this, but I could not get into screaming music at all.
No?
Like
yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for the longest time. But all that anyone was looking for was a metal drummer, and so I forced myself to start playing it, and then I forced myself to start listening to it, and because like that's all anyone needed. So I was trying to adapt and fit, and that I ended up actually really liking it in the long run. But probably hard rock, Breaking Solace is kind of where I'm at, where I'm feeling the most comfortable and at home, because that's what I've been trying to do for like 10 years. So I'm really excited that I finally managed to get into that.
Definitely. Now, of course, like I said, we're here to talk tattoos today. So if you want to just get started, man, which one was your first tattoo?
So my first tattoo is actually hidden. It's under here. It's a memorial for my uncle. He passed away. My mom's brother passed away too soon. And actually before that, I was relatively against the idea of getting tattoos ever.
Okay.
For whatever reasons at the time. And then I started joining Skinbound, started getting more into metal, like, oh, you need to get tattoos.
You sort of fell into that.
Yeah, not 100%, but there was talk, like, amongst the family of like someone getting a memorial tattoo for him, and so I really wanted to do that. That meant a lot to me. So I went to Shannon Barlow Twisted Tiki in Tonawanda, North Tonawanda, somewhere around there. It's actually really, really incredible. And so what it is, it's there's a heart with wings, and it's got lyrics from Dr. John's song, right place, wrong time kind of thing. He's up there in the right place, but just wrong time. So that was actually really, really meaningful one for me. In general, my parents aren't like the biggest fans of tattoos, but they hopped on board with that one because that's really nice, really meaningful, and
definitely
it was great.
Oh, yeah. And then from there, which one was your next one?
The next one was this blue flower here. So this whole kind of like part of the arm, there's not like a ton of meaning to it. There's this artist, Jordy LeVay. She went by Jordy Vengeance when I met her. She originally worked at, when I went to her, she worked at Drop Dead Gorgeous Inc. Yeah, I think so. in Newfane, New York.
Okay.
She had a bunch of pieces online that I really liked, and that was one of them, so I went and I had that one done. And then next I went to this guy, the skull and the roses on the side. I actually really, really liked that one. Just another one I saw that she had. Really liked it. That essentially describes that entire part, including this one here, another flower, because my dream is to just cover my arm with flowers, and I'll just like, if I get in a fight and I have to like punch someone in the face, I just shout like, flower power!
That is awesome. That is awesome.
That was totally my idea.
That is awesome.
So,
the most metal punch ever. Flower power!
Exactly.
I like it.
I really like this one. Okay, this one was a giant pain in the ass because poor Jordy, she didn't have a tattoo bed. So what I had to do was I had to sit in a chair and then like stretch my arm back out onto the thing like for 3 hours.
Ooh, damn.
So, like in terms of painful, like not necessarily placement wise, but like having to do that was the most painful tattoo. Actually, I lied. Those weren't my next tattoos.
Oh damn. See, this is what happens. You interview people and then they mess up. What the hell, man?
It's a drummer thing. So actually the next one was right here on my wrist. I got Forever Strong. So it's the name of a movie that's not 100% where I got it from, but it kind of sparked the inspiration for it. It's essentially just supposed to always remind me, just to stay strong, stay true to myself. Don't let people tear me down. Just stay strong, forever strong. I thought it was really cool. Originally, it was supposed to like be split between the two wrists, forever and strong. But the tattoo artist was like, it's gonna look a little awkward. One's a longer word than the other, so we're just gonna put it both there. And I ended up really, really liking it. It's actually really nice.
He's admiring his own pieces.
But,
yeah, whatever.
Actually, that one was done by Keith Kazara through Sink or Swim Tattoos. He was actually the harsh vocalist for the band My City, My Secret. They were a really big hardcore band out here. They had Franz from Attila like guest star on one of their albums, and
nice.
It was actually really cool. And actually, this is the better story one. So, around here, get it sealed a little. It says "We Are the Others," and it's a song by the band Delane.
Okay.
They're kind of a symphonic rock band, symphonic metal, and so it's basically the song they wrote for like all the misfits, all the outcasts, everyone that just didn't fit in, that got made fun of for stupid reasons. But what really hit me even more than that about it was that they wrote it in tribute to this girl, Sophie Lancaster from the United Kingdom. Her and her boyfriend, they were out one night, like they were real kind of like gothy dressing people, and they got jumped on their way home just because they looked a little odd. And the boyfriend, he was kind of vegetabilized. He survived, but he's not really all there anymore, unfortunately. And Sophie she went into a coma and ended up later dying. So she was killed just because she, dressed different, looked different, acted different, which, thank God I never got it that bad, but I can definitely relate to being treated differently just because I was a little weird.
Oh yeah.
So that one spoke out to me like really, really hard. I had to get that. That's probably the most meaningful one, minus the family piece there.
Definitely.
Most important one to me for sure. And so there's not really much story, but the filler stuff in here, it's kind of like a hidden cross in the background with just like clouds going all around. That one actually got done by this guy. I know I'm gonna say his last name wrong. Nick Guevara, I think. I met him when I was living in San Jose, California.
Okay.
He was a guitar player for a band called One Vote for Violence, actually really badass deathcore, really, really solid band. So he did that tattoo, and he actually was recently featured on Ink Master Angels, I think.
Oh, okay, nice.
Which he unfortunately didn't last really long, which is kind of stupid because he's incredible, but I'm actually really pumped to be able to say that I got that done by him before he got cool. Right. This one was actually the first one that I got done by Jordy. It's just a little guy. It just says Dragon King Jaco. That was my stage name with one of the bands that I played with, a band called Siegeworm. And they were kind of like a dragon-themed metal. It was pretty amazing. It was kind of Doom meets...
What is more metal than dragons?
Nothing. That's actually really why I loved playing with that band, because dragons. And we had like these giant scrims with these huge green dragons from the first album on there.
That is awesome.
Great. So that was they're actually kind of like real doomy melodic death metal, but yeah, no, that was just my stage name when I played with them, and I thought it was cool, so I got it.
Nice.
Not the world's most super meaningful one, but that's cool.
It's meaningful to you though. I mean, hey.
And it's red and black, so it looks cool.
So any future plans for you, or not right now? Excuse me.
Well, I'm super poor at the moment because
I feel you.
I can't control myself around cool things, so I'm currently working that off. But in the future, actually the guitar player from Skinbound gave me this really cool idea that I really like, because I always wanted like a knuckle tattoo, and so what I want to do is I want to get No Hope across there, except KNOW, so like No Hope.
Ah,
so
I like it.
Really,
There you go, a little bit of a thinker. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, the kind of real moderately inspirational one. It's really cool. I want to like fill up. Okay, so this one isn't like completely finished because I had to cancel on the poor guy several times because I didn't have any money because I put it all into my bands. But I wanna definitely get this finished up and kind of connect it into a sleeve. Except I'm gonna be a baby and leave out the ditch and the elbow.
Yeah, I haven't touched those yet either. I've heard stories. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
like just getting like this close was bad enough, and like I don't know about that.
What advice would you give to people who are going out and getting tattooed? Because I mean, tattoo culture is really just taken over.
Oh yeah.
I mean, someone told me just a couple weeks ago that you even see people who now you wouldn't even think that would have them are going, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'm gonna go get that. So what would you say to people?
So I may not be the world's best one to take advice from, considering I just kind of get things that look cool, but definitely try to save most of it for like really cool, interesting, meaningful ideas. Like have some sort of meaning behind it, because like I don't know about y'all, but I occasionally be like, oh well, I'm getting like this cool idea for like a real meaningful thing, but then nowhere to. Well, I mean, I still have ways to kind of put it, but not where I'd like it. But because you'll get like cool things, and then you'll come up with like a really awesome idea that like, actually means something. So, like, not saying don't go get like cool things, but because cool things are cool.
Cool things are cool.
But think on it for a minute. Don't be like, oh, I want that, I want to get it now. Like, take a week or two, or however long you want. Think about it. Make sure it's like really what you want, and you'll be cool with living with that forever. And
so, any plans for 2018 for either Skinbound or Breaking Solace that you can mention, or not right now?
Yes. So, no date on this yet, but Breaking Solace, we're working on trying to get a music video going sometime in the next few months, which will be great. I'm not going to tell you what song, though. But Breaking Solace, we're actually going to start hitting up places really hard to come April and May. April, we're in Philly sometime in April, and then the 27th of April we're in, I think it's 27th, hopefully I'm not mixing my days up, but sometime in April we're going to be at Lucky 13 Saloon in Brooklyn.
Oh wow, there you
which
go.
will be really cool, because that'll be my first time going to that area in like 10, 12 years.
Oh wow,
My
nice.
first time playing in that area, so that'll be really fun.
There you go.
And nothing solid yet, Skinbound wise. Working on some possible tour things for this year. Just working on stuff, solidifying
Words.
the new album, trying to finally get that released.
There you go.
So I'm really pumped for Breaking Solace is going to be coming out hard in the next couple months. Once I get de-crippled because I recently had the
Oh, that's
the
right.
surgery
Yeah,
on
that's
my
right.
shoulder.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so just that's killing me.
Why you gotta be like
Jump.
that, man?
You know, I decided I didn't want to shovel this winter, so I got surgery.
I should have done that, but
So as soon as that heals up, then we're gonna be kicking, and I'm really excited about it.
there you go. Definitely,
Yeah.
man. So definitely keep an eye out for both bands. Both gonna be hitting it really big in 2018. Just want to say thank you so much for sitting down and talking tattoos.
Thank you, sir.
My name's JT White. That's JJ King. We'll see you later.
Stand ready to fight. I'm not willing